Will I ever get out of this corn maze? Will I ever get to pick out a pumpkin? And will I ever get my hands on some of those cake donuts that Uncle John's is known for? Find out the answer to all those questions coming up on Focal Point. How do I get out of here?
While we did see a decrease of students here, let's check in to here at the University of Michigan.
It's tradition here, getting a pumpkin at Uncle John's cider mill.
Everybody seemed very happy. There's just a very calm vibe here.
Even in a year where everything seems different.
We've really kind of gone back to the basics of a lot of things that, were the foundation of what this farm was built on.
Uncle John's is trying to keep tradition alive.
Like the faces that are usually carved into these pumpkins, the workers here at Uncle John's are just happy to see another happy face, even if it's behind a mask.
Just makes my heart happy when I see people sitting along the hillside and walking around the orchards and just being outside with their family and friends, and just it's been nice to see.
Dee Dee Beck owns, runs, and works at Uncle John's, one of the most popular cider mills in Michigan. She says there have been changes this year due to the pandemic.
Some things that we have limited this year, though, are unable to offer are things like our jumping pillow and the inflatables. We've also chosen not to do wagon rides and hay rides. We don't feel we can responsibly distance people.
The kettle corn hasn't changed. Dave of Kate's Kettle Corn is grateful to be here.
It's been fantastic so far. All of our other events through the whole season have been canceled. We had parades and festivals and things that we were doing. So.
Dave Hansen and his wife Kate own the kettle corn business together.
This is the first thing a few weeks ago that opened up, and it's just been phenomenal business with everybody out and about doing things.
Whether it's corn you eat or corn you get lost in.
But it's just been unbelievable to kind of finish up our year this way with such a nice, robust amount of business in the fall.
For visitors, a trip to Uncle John's is a tradition. It's just a little different this year.
It's been tough for MSU students to live with all the changes due to COVID-19.
And so every weekend I'm just kind of wanting to be on campus and wanting to participate.
Freshman Jack Montroy is tired of being at home.
I think one of the biggest bummers about being in my hometown right now is that I'm not making a college group of friends I can hang out with.
He planned to live in the dorms this year, but Jack has spent this semester living at home.
I think as a whole, I don't really feel like I'm at college right now because of it.
Actively involved with the state in that discussion.
MSU spokesperson Emily Grant says they hope to allow another 2,500 students in the residence halls for the spring semester, but they may have to rethink that.
Yes, to your point about bringing more students back, will we have that ability? And that's something we have to evaluate right now.
Jack wants to live on campus this spring and hopes he gets accepted.
And so I applied, and if I get accepted, I would definitely take it right away.
Even if Jack is selected, he knows the on-campus experience may be a little different.
I think I'd have to come expecting some, not what I was expecting before COVID happened, and understand that, it's not going to be the traditional way of life.
You're going out where are things riskiest.
Ingham County public health official Linda Vale says the new restrictions in restaurants and bars stem from what is being seen in college towns across the state.
More late night bar and restaurant activity than, your typical, dinner where people are kind of, sitting quietly at their tables and eating.
And if the new restrictions don't flatten the curve in Michigan, Jack's chances of living on campus this spring will be slim, and that's frustrating for him.
I also feel like the dorms are a good place to meet new people and make new friends. And if I just go into an apartment my sophomore year without ever living in a dorm, I'm just going to know the same people from my hometown and not have to expand my group.